From the publisher's desk here at Black Westchester, let's get something straight before the headlines spin it out of control. What's happening in Los Angeles isn't a revolution, it's a distraction. Tonight, we're breaking down what's really going on with the riots in LA, why over 1.4 million people have ignored deportation orders, and why this whole political theater is being used to pull your focus away from where the real work needs to happen in our communities. If you're looking for the truth, not the narrative, stay tuned.
This is the Publisher's Desk with Damon K. Jones, brought to you by Black Westchester Magazine, where life, culture, community, and faith meet truth, power, and purpose.
Los Angeles is on fire, literally and politically. Protesters are rioting, politicians are scrambling, and the media is framing this as a humanitarian crisis. But here's what they're not telling you. These weren't random arrests. These weren't innocent people being dragged off the streets. Every person detained by ICE had a final deportation order signed by a judge. This wasn't injustice, it was enforcement.
I'll start with this. The information that came out on social media from elected officials was highly irresponsible. There were ways for them to have accurate information, and instead of getting accurate information, being impulsive and putting out things that could potentially incite riots is senseless. I will tell you, as far as the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office, we do have a deputy that is assigned to human trafficking. We do have partnerships with our federal partners. I don't know of one person who is okay with human trafficking in our communities. I don't know of one person who's okay with drug smuggling in our communities. Yesterday's incident was a criminal investigation. So putting out the rhetoric that that was a raid, it was not a raid. Putting out the rhetoric that that was an immigration enforcement, the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office does not participate in immigration enforcement. Elected officials have a responsibility to their constituents to put out accurate information. They don't have to agree with it, but do not mislead the public, causing more harm to our communities. What is important for people to know, yesterday's incident was one of 8 search warrants for a transnational criminal organization.
And the fact that cities are rioting over it should worry every law-abiding American. On June 6th, ICE launched coordinated operations across Los Angeles County. These weren't surprise sweeps. They were arrests of individuals who already had their day in court, people who received final orders of removal but never left. Some had skipped court entirely, others ignored years of appeals, and many had simply disappeared. But when ICE finally enforced those orders, all hell broke loose. Protests escalated into riots. Waymo self-driving cars set on fire. Police vehicles destroyed, stores looted. Over 250 arrests in 2 days. And instead of standing with law enforcement, California's leaders pointed the finger at the federal government. Governor Gavin Newsom filed a lawsuit against the president for deploying the National Guard and Marines to restore order. He called it an illegal occupation. But here's the truth. Los Angeles County has over 110,000 active deportation cases, the most in the country. California, New York, Texas, and Florida each have more than 100,000 pending statewide. There are over 1.4 million people in America with deportation orders, many of whom can't be located. That's not just a backlog, that's a crisis. Ask yourself, if a federal judge signs a removal order and that order is ignored, what's the point of the law? Are we a country of due process or just political emotions? The media wants to spin this as a race issue. The activists want you to believe it's about human rights. But let's be honest, this isn't a civil rights movement. This is an organized rebellion against immigration enforcement. And what's worse, we've stopped treating it like a national emergency. We treat it like a political football, kicked around during election cycles, but never solved. Meanwhile, the rule of law burns behind us. Look at how leaders are responding. Shocked, scrambling, making statements for cameras, but not solving anything. It's easy to call in press conferences. It's harder to explain to your voters why your city is harboring tens of thousands of fugitives from the immigration system. And it's even harder to admit that when the federal government enforces the law, your city went up in flames. This isn't about being for or against immigration. This is about being for the law or against it. It's about whether we still believe court orders mean something, or whether we've replaced accountability with activism. If 1.4 million people can ignore federal orders with no consequence, then who exactly is the law for? If you're tired of the media lies, the political games, and the lawlessness being normalized, like this video, subscribe to the channel and drop a comment. Do you think the riots were justified? Or was this a necessary response to years of government inaction? Let's get real. Let's talk solutions. This is Black Westchester Magazine, the publisher's desk, and I am Damon K. Jones. Stay informed, stay blessed, and most of all, stay blacktastic. Thank you to everyone who supported us through Super Chat. Your contributions keep independent media alive and thriving. We couldn't do it without you. Independent Black media. The Freedom Tea from the publisher's desk says what the system won't. Stand up, speak out, rock the message that matters, community before party. Get your shirt today and let your vote wear your interests and values over party loyalty. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like and share it with others who need to hear the truth. And for exclusive content and behind-the-scenes access, join the Black Westchester Magazine YouTube membership club today. Your support helps us keep independent Black media strong. Support independent Black media with style. Rock Black Westchester merch and represent the news with the Black point of view. Every purchase helps us speak truth to power.
This is the Publisher's Desk with Damon K. Jones, brought to you by Black Westchester Magazine, where life, culture, community, and faith meet truth, power, and purpose.